welcome to another installment of Metallic Reviews, the show where I take an honest look at the harder, heavier side of music and give it an honest rating. Today we're diving into the melodic death / alt metal world to examine an album by one of the more polarizing bands around. It's one of those outfits where the older fans think newer stuff sucks and vice versa epidemic really runs deep. Yes, it's In Flames and their new one, Foregone, released February 10th on Nuclear Blast. Now, it's been 4 years since their previous release, Eye the Mask, and that was a solid album, in my opinion. Then again, their 2016 release, Battles, is one of my favorite albums, and I'm not a fan of a ton of their pre-Clayman and Reroute to Remain days, so that kind of shows you where I'm at on that whole spectrum. But I'm not here to talk about that, we're here to talk about this, so let's dive in and see what they have to offer here. First of all, this is a return. This is definitely a return to their more aggressive, sort of death metal influenced roots. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a full return to Colony or any of those albums, but it is a step in that direction. After the instrumental opening track, the album's first proper song, State of Slow Decay, which was released as a single a while ago, it takes its cues from At the Gates a lot. Maybe a little too much. The riff is basically a ripoff of Blinded by Fear, but it's a great riff that opens a solid, if not overly spectacular song. The album unfolds from there, playing with the ear as with the mind by offering material that's at once completely different, yet extremely similar to their recent output. And I think that's one of the most intriguing things that I find about this album as a whole. It's the band combining stuff from albums like Sounds of a Playground Fading and Siren Charms with their older catalog. This is basically In Flames at their most evolved. There's a genuine maturity about this album's songwriting that I really, really love. There's this ferocity about it. There's also care. There's thoughtfulness, and they don't toss away everything that actually makes them listenable. In terms of sing-along choruses, this band writes some of the best in metal, and I am very happy to report they don't step away from that. You know, songs like Meet Your Maker, Foregone Part 2, or Dialogue in B-flat minor, which, by the way, has become one of my favorite song titles, all feature chorus work that's sure to make fans belt out at those moments in the show where the music drops and everyone just sings. Those are beautiful moments in any show. In terms of production, the album works in a ton of ways as well. Howard Benson returns for his third In Flames project in a row, and I'm really happy they chose to stick with him. The polish and sheen of their previous two productions does make a return here, and while I don't think it's quite as overtly produced as something like Battles or Eye the Mask or any of that, it still sounds solid. Nobody steps on anyone else, everything is placed well, and mix-wise, it is everything you would expect it to be. The band's veterans, vocalist Anders Frieden and guitarist Bjorn Gulot, thunder on top of the mix while the newcomers bring up the rear in excellent fashion. And speaking of newcomers, I gotta give it to guitarist Chris Broderick and drummer Tanner Wayne, both of whom are making their band debuts on this album. Now, Broderick is formerly of Megadeth and Jagdpanzer and is currently the guitarist for the on hiatus project Act of Defiance. Meanwhile, Wayne has played in a bunch of different projects, most notably probably Scary Kids Scaring Kids, and he was also the live drummer for Under Oath back in the day a little bit. Now, both he and Broderick shine here, adding their own touches to the tried and true In Flames formula. I love the aggression that Wayne brings with some of the double kick work. That's one criticism that I have had over the past few albums, is that there hasn't been a lot of that, and it's nice to see it make a return here. It's not too much, not too little, but it is added on in just the right moments. Overall, I can't say I found anything I hated or even disliked about this record. It is yet another good In Flames album. It's got all the hallmarks of everything I've loved about this band for years, turned up to 11. Now, when they go away from their strong verse, chorus style, and they try to intensify things or make everything just growly, it does slow the record a little bit. And the lyricism continues to baffle me. Then again, the lyrics in this band have always been baffling. They've been brilliant and silly at the same time. They continue to be that, and I love it. You love to hear it. You love to see it. But for the most part, this is yet another excellent release from a band that has now hit 3 home runs in a row. I don't love Eye the Mask as much as I do this one. I will say this one is better than Eye the Mask, but overall I will say this band has now had 3 really good albums in a row. So I'm proud to bestow upon Foregone a 4.5 out of 5. Thank you so much for watching. Click like and please subscribe to the channel, trying to get up to 50 subscribers. Next week, we're actually going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not going to be following the recent trend here on Metallic Reviews. We're going to be staying in the same area. Yes, we are sticking with melodic metal from Sweden and diving down the rabbit hole of Avatar's new album, Dance Devil Dance. I hope you'll join me. You've been watching Metallic Reviews, where I give honest ratings to honest music. I will see y'all next time.